play it by the book. I think we might have to let him off the leash in this one. It has not been working for Na'Vi on the attack. Gambit start there now. Defense for Na'Vi. A nade double flash. Shiro given the gift of the P250, the one that keeps on giving on these T-sides. The last 6 months has been seeing one every single time. It's Boomich catching a perfect peak. To take down the fountain pressure, Axile perhaps assumed to be the only one. And that enables Hobbit, who's so ready, so quick, will find the equalizer. Now the CZ lies idle. Bit far from idle, actually positioning himself now to be responsible for the short pipe.
This one's going to stall out, and as you've heard us say throughout this series so far, it's going to be common scenes. Gambit love the slow play. They love pipping the gap. They love making them work for it here. So with this late presence in bathroom, still nice and silent, into still dealing with this B push. There's no indication where Gambit want to finish. Now they slink on down through connector.
How many highlights have we seen from a USP in exactly Bit's position as people swing out this door? I've seen it many times. Stewie 2K can, Bit does just find the first. He's going to be traded, and so with the Heaven Smoke available, this is going to make Perfecto's position completely useless. The nade isn't, though. That looks destined for greatness.
Huge. Ouch.
Nafany can be peppered on the cross, but he does manage to get across, and that enables the plant. Simple, not taking any chances. He wants to go now, and he's been found. Enters the secret weapon, only gets one. And now Shiro, with his weapon, the P250, does weaken the deal. Electronic going down to 14 with a couple of cursory shots off the pistol. Kit's on him. He might just call the bluff. Oh, and another tag. Oh, he can't finish the job. He's down to 5 HP. He can't afford to re-peek. Electronic can hold it. Tries to call the bluff, and Na'Vi will seal it. There you have it. Shiro keeps hold of his Kevlar vest. Na'Vi posts the pistol.
All right, well, for Na'Vi, the CT sides, we haven't had too many problems there. I think at this point, hey, win all of them. And that's the quickest way that Na'Vi are going to get across the line here, because the T sides have just been woeful. Not too many better words for it than that. Gambit will force buy in. They want to push the issue here. And this force buy, 4 Galils and an AK up against 2 Famuses, 2 MP9s and a Scout. Right here, right now, Gambit have the bigger firepower, but Na'Vi, they have more utility.
It doesn't look bad, does it?
And considering the pace that Gambit play with, they don't have any problems, right? It's not like they need that early utility to push the issue anywhere. They just take it slow. They wait for your protocol utility, your mollies, your smokes, wait it all out, and then they just get on there with their aim. Yeah,
and they've just been covering all their bases so far. Preemptively pre-aiming those boosts for info from those BCTs. Electronic's going to molly into out of position. He'll get the sound cue to confirm that there's presence.
Oh, he gets away. Just a little bit of damage.
And that, was an attempt from Boomich. He's lost his life. Admittedly some damage, but it seems that Gambit are starting to apply the pressure, just slow stranglehold onto the site. A powerful position adopted by Electronic. I'm not sure Nafany's ready for that. Has he accounted for it? He does get traded. Electronic only the one. Does mean a 2-man advantage for Gambit, but they're so low. Like this MP9, this FAMAS, they're great weapons for the job. Trying to finish the task. Nage softens up Shiro even more so. One bullet is all it will take to take down 2 members of this 2v4. There's the first. Bombs on the floor. Orbit's vulnerable. This is a good chance from Perfecto, but Axile leaps up and confirms it. Hobbit will find the final frag. Gambit steal away the second round of play.
Oh, that is huge right there. Those Galils and AKs threatening on towards that B bomb site with a little bit of space. And now Na'Vi, do you buy in? Do you wrestle for control of the economy, or do you take an eco? Neither option is great. I think we will see the force buy. But they do these so late, Alex. You know, we're down to the last final 5 seconds of the round, and they start force buying at that juncture. Simple's been able to be gifted a Scout. He's dropped a Deagle over for Electronic, so he also bought into some Kevlar. So pushing everything in is Simple.
Yeah, he's not going to be playing it a little bit more reserved. No, won't be seeing an early AWP out of him.
3 players over towards B in the early stages for Na'Vi, and Axile, again, just aggressive, straight up sandbag. If you're going to give it to him, he's going to go for those fights.
Yeah, opportunity presented itself, short-lived. No damage yet to be inflicted. Electronic searching for info on short. But Gambit are comfortable, like they're happy to give you that. Hobbit with these little bursts of aggression. And it's actually Boomich to catch Axile's timing. Maybe a second. Oh, Intus is fallen as well. Boomich taking matters into his own hands. The spray's not there. Hobbit, an attempt onto Perfecto, is
So
converted.
low.
He sees the head of Simple. He's plucked it from his shoulders as well. Good shot. Seconds is there as well from Electronic. He will go down. It's traded evenly. Bit, with just 15 HP, will pull it across. Na'Vi trading blows now with Gambit. It works. The 1500 round converts.
This will continue now. Look at Hobbit's cash, 4.3, Shiro with 3.2, Nafny with 2.8. Hobbit's gone into a Krieg. Okay, we're in the 4th round of play. Nobody's established a bank yet, and we're already seeing the big guns coming on out. So Gambit do not want to concede right now.
I mean, yeah, that's Boomich just taking matters into his own hands on that one.
Simple got given the AK. Bit onto an MP9 here. It does seem very fight heavy over towards this B bomb site in the early stages. Again, Gambit, they just keep testing the waters. Almost literally. Boomich is ready to stand and deliver again. Warning nade, that'll slow him down a little bit, but pushing the issue. It's the same situation. Flashing him back, just keeping all this pressure on.
Yeah, and Perfecto's actually fallen out of the barrel's position so as to not be vulnerable. I say that. He is now sitting duck. Great shot. Nafny converts now. Electronic just about gets his feet back on his teammate's head. Not an easy duel for Axile. Simple has rotated in nicely, and the 3 rifles remain. Doesn't rule Gambit out of this one.
Yeah, Hobbit's going to want to get the worth out of this, so Gambit won't rush this.
But they have just kind of straight up from spawn committed to be slow.
Yeah, it looks like bit of a wingman simulator right here. Shiro just watching the... Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take before we do. Shiro is just cursory checking the flank. They still have smokes for this, so 40 seconds on the clock. Don't rule Gambit out just yet.
And this is the power of cutting noise, because they've pulled another CT over to the other site. They've only got 2 to contend with here. It's actually a competitive battle on B.
This is looking real good.
Yeah, and 2 smokes perfectly enabling them to take even more space. The rotate's coming in now, but the swing isn't quite enough. Hobbit doesn't finish his meal. Boomich lives on. Bit vulnerable, but hits his shots, and Yalia, the Krieg's just not there. It's the first time we see it in the feed. All too little, too late. Na'Vi will win the battle for control.
If they spend the time to pick up the guns here, they can get a Krieg and an AK, so nice upgrades there for Na'Vi. We'll get another round on the board. Their money yet to build, and Gambit with the plant. Do they force buy again? Because for them at this stage, they're only going to be looking at 1900 in that next round. But with the plant, they have roughly 3k on the majority of their members. So this is a situation where you could go for some pistols, some armor, get some utility around it, keep the foot on the throat of Na'Vi. Because if you can make sure that their economy can't build on the CT side, you know on the T side they've been pretty rough the last few days. So limit as many as you can.
Yeah, like a little deco, perhaps.
Well, Shiro on the scout indicates maybe exactly that for the others. Yeah, Hobbit into a deagle. Intus has done the same. Nafny is actually opting to stay eco here with just 1 flash.
Simple's going to take the responsibility out of Bit's hands for this one, enabling him to play from underpass. It's a strong and potent crossfire. Bit indicates his presence with a smoke early. Hobbit denies, and actually just walking through it. Well, there's some info for you. I suppose you've got to take chances with a buy like this. And, oh, wow. That was a freebie for Simple had he not switched away. Making it clear where they're coming. But full bathroom control lost. An attempt at the jump peak shot.
They're very close.
Simple really wants to fight this.
Yeah, then they're so close. Look at Hobbit.
Like, he does not want to let them walk in. And the nade looks promising. Inter's down, 62. They get some players up long, and this is what Simple's been waiting for. A scout shot, though, has connected.
Can't re-peek this now.
No, he's completely unable to get that info safely. A jump peek is very risky when you know a scout's in play, but he does it all the same.
Nobody over towards B from Gambit. They're just all going A.
Yeah, well, Na'Vi have got 4 players here. And 30 seconds with control of underpass. It is a bit of a gamble from the CTs, but it's a correct one. The chips are in the right spot. 20 seconds. They're going to start their walk and looking for just that little bit of chaos, trying to manufacture their own. It's too easy for Perfecto. He'll take 3. Good rotations, predictable movements from Gambit, and the deco does not do too much damage. they'll be able to get all of the goodies back in play.
Simple has died every round. He's only had 1 kill, and he has 4 assists so far. He is having a rough day of it. Absolute rough day of it here.
It's rare to see an off day.
Yeah, and we have to highlight it when it is the case, because we talk about this guy as the absolute cream of the crop.
Yeah, I mean, when he's doing ridiculous things in the server and we go, of course he is.
Yeah.
We have to be saying this when he's not.
So there's still plenty of room for him to come online, but it just felt, and like Yanko's sentiment, especially on the T side, you can't just have the one playmaker of Boomich. So they're going to need a little bit more vigor once they get over to the CT side. Bathroom smoke. This is just a default round here from Gambit. No, not all 5 members and 1 bomb site. Actually seeing a standard round of play right here. Electronic has recently become the swingman. They've tried a lot of things on their Overpass recently have Na'Vi.
Nafany continues to keep that toilet's pressure on. Pulls Simple out of long, and just like that, Inters will take the space back. So, extremities are held. Also, just want to take a quick moment to highlight that Axile, if he killed you in that position, you would be furious. See that dot there tucked in on the pallets by the Berlin nightclub.
Nafany is surrounded here.
Yeah, and his bullets actually did tag him up. Okay, he's doing a lot. It's not enough. Bit down to 19, but he spots 2 on A, and they start to apply their pressure to B. This angle always seems good for 1, but not this time. Not with the flashes from Inters. Axile steps up, needs another. Electronic spotted. He needs to find it. Axile can't do it. He's so low. A finishing blow can be thrown. Hobbit onto Simple. Still Electronic stands. Can he deny? Hobbit can. He's caught it. And now they have a man advantage. They'll finish it off nicely with style and pizzazz. Hobbit posting 3 in a crucial second for the Gambit squad.
Hobbit is playing some crazy good Counter-Strike recently. It's wild to see. We talked about it yesterday. I think we even talked about it the day before, just where this guy was at in his career. It dropped off. Everything fell apart. Now he's back and he's playing some inspired CS.
Like, I'll be the first to admit, when I saw, the announcement, Hobbit to Gambit youngsters, there was no part of my brain that considered, a major winner, bringing experience to a talented young rock. I can make that dialogue now.
Yeah.
I can do it. But that's because he has gone through the actions, gone through the motions to make it realistic and make it believable.
Turned it into a reality.
He has. Very impressive stuff. Of course, credit to the whole squad. He's been given the gift of 4 driven individuals.
He almost walked into a dream, didn't he?
Yeah. Gifted, talented young players with a lot of longevity. Oh, it's a perfect molly. Bit. Just gets away. 30 HP. Simple trying to keep him safe. They've got flashes for everything. And now A does feel a little on notice. Could they be long? Yes, is the answer to that question. Simple wants to try and change things with an aggressive move, but as the smoke blooms, he's trying to beat it.
They're pushing B, so there's no rotation right now for the CTs to help out.
Yeah, they're just clearing short now. Good catch from Rush. Simple on site alone. And if they walk through the smoke, he's already pre-aiming the boost. Their timing is everything here, and I think Nafany is caught. Rotate coming in. The cavalry will arrive, but Simple misses his shot. Axile does not. He's on the side. They see the barrel. Finish him off. He's only good for 1. That's just not enough. Gambit can have this, especially upon the loss of Perfecto. And now from either side, from the extremities. Good shots from Electronic. Needs another, but it's denied. Hobbit low. And it's not enough. Axile will confirm it. Orb recovered. T round starting to be strung together now.
Money broken for Na'Vi as well. That was an all-in attempt there with the AWP, the rifles they could afford.
They're very good at making it feel like Simple only ever is allowed to get 1.
Yeah, I had that exact same thought. It doesn't feel like the way that we talk about Simple, it's like he has, I don't know, he's like a deity, right? Like he walks around, he's got this buffer around him at all times. Yeah. He's always in between. Like
he's surrounded by infinity.
That's the one, yeah, okay. We're making anime references now. See, the thing is, I don't even know the name of the characters to carry on.
The guy with the blue eyes.
The guy with the blue eyes. And, yeah.
Gojo. That's Gojo.
Okay. Rush, thank you for helping us out here. But you're right, because when he's going to go for another peek, traditionally, he wouldn't be flashed, he wouldn't be mollied forward, or if he was, he would have some kind of bailout. There's never a bailout for Simple in this series today.
Yeah, but even just like throwing the long smoke and lurking out of it slowly, widely spaced, the AWP's going to have pressure from toilets by the time the trade's coming in. Like, he really is... They limit his options by the timings of their pushes. They've gone for a cool little boost here for info, but It is going to be early info, but the bomb's already down.
It started with the B simulator. Now we're doing the A simulator. Gambit are always clear in their approach in these eco rounds.
Yeah, but when you've only brought a P250 and you find yourself saying, well, like, neither of these are particularly appealing. Let's try and kill a couple of them on the way out. You can see the safe boost route.
Very safe.
My question is about that cone there.
Which one? The one up the top?
Yeah, like, who has got a single cone and decided it belongs on the shelf?
I took one home one time.
Yeah, I think we all did. Did you ever have like one of those? I think we used to do it like to celebrate the end of school. We'd have like a treasure hunt where all the sixth formers would have to drive around and find various cones and
I wasn't very
and
popular in school. I didn't do the end of year activities. I didn't even go to my graduation.
Nah, lad, sorry, I got scrims, yeah. All right, peace.
No. I was just that unpopular kid who sat and ate lunch on his own every lunchtime. So I didn't do like the levers thing.
You had so much to give, Chad.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it all worked out in the end, didn't it?
Exactly.
Shout out to Woodvale Senior High School.
In Dog Swamp?
No, in Woodvale.
Oh, Woodvale, okay. Dog Swamp is a place, though. I'm not making it up. I'm not weird. I'm not weird.
You're right, it is a place. The rifles are out for Na'Vi here, but oh my god, Boomich, look at all that damage. You've got info, but you got no health.
And the door's blown off, dude, so his angle is basically reduced to having to crouch. He has to sit there in the corner. So, yeah, maybe my eyes are deceiving me. It looks like the door is still up. Thank you very much, OBS team. Excuse me. I need to sit up to even see the screen. But a man advantage slightly. Simple could go down here. He's very isolated. He's on a bit of an island.
They're ready to nade it as well. Have they seen a barrel or something here? They look hyper aware of this position.
Well, they think, no, Gambit are just thorough enough to know we haven't got the info yet. That's how diligent these players are.
Well, this swing will tell us.
Yeah, Nafany unable to provide. It'll be Hobbit to do so. The MAC-10, however, is just not the weapon for the job. So deterred by the FAMAS, aware that there is more.
Yeah, if you're limiting Simple to only 1 kill a round, you are doing a great job. And here he goes again. Watch Nafany just appear in the smoke.
Yep.
Not even a sense of hesitation.
Yeah, but look at this, dude. They're doing so many things at once. Flashing long and selling it. Had he been spotted? Yeah, good point. MC, good catch. Boomich with the flank, and he's just narrowly missed out on his opportunity.
They can still, or they can't pull the plug now. 20 seconds.
Yeah, they have to commit, and Boomich can ruin it all. He knows this is a prime opportunity to get the spray down on Monster. There's the bomb. It's loose. There's mollies in front of them. Axile has provided a double kill entry, but Hobbit, no hope. The bomb is loose. If you could just recover it, if Boomich could just not hit his shots. How has he been given that time? There isn't any time. No, it's too late. I can't believe how close it was. Hobbit knows. Yeah. My God, I was surprised that Boomich didn't try and contest that.
His reaction there, Hobbit, I think it tells you everything, right? Because he just missed the movement the first time at picking that up. And yeah, Boomich not fighting that either. There's quite a few questions to be asked right there. But Na'Vi do steal a 5th.
Yeah, but look at their cash, Chad. Do you want to try and do that again?
I think that they're in an uphill battle, right? And normally we talk about the Na'Vi specials when they have deagles or when they have these lower buys and they can make it work. But there it is again, just trading onto Simple immediately. And Simple is being gifted all the opportunities in the world right here. He's just received the M4 from a play. I think Boomich may have dropped that one across. Yeah, he did. Simple dropped something as well. So they have 3 rifles at least. Bit hasn't purchased in just yet, and talking through their options, important to do so. Big green on the other side. Bit still yet to buy. Has a molly, so I guess that's going to be indicative of where he ends up. Just when you don't have all the rifles, you don't have the AWP, it means that your CT setups, you can't do the ones that you think are going to stop Gambit, or you can't do the ones that you want to do, right? You have to play to the weaponry you have. It will end up being an extra FAMAS. There's 2 kits in play. Na'Vi need to stabilize with a couple of rounds in a row here, and this is, once again, the default spread. Lots of nades forward. Simple's being nuked.
Sprayed. They know exactly where you are. How are you supposed to find impact with this kind of HP? He does just about evade the nade again, tucking in passive. They haven't fully finished off the hunt, but he has managed to escape.
Oh, he donated his weapon to electronic, but that's not how this is meant to go. Normally teams try and avoid Simple and Zywoo and the likes. They're trying to kill him.
And Bit losing his life early on the long take. Electronic is actually surging forwards. It's a messy spray. He knows he's about to be overwhelmed, and the flash couldn't have been better. Simple, however, picks up the pieces, dusts himself down, and takes a man advantage. 2 dead on long. His rotate's being watched. The ever-prepared Hobbit. Exile late long. They are going to return to this A site. Exile expecting a fight. And he takes his head off with ease. Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, and Boomich on the site. He's been spotted out, and the flashes. How are all of these nades? It feels like they've got 20 flashbangs.
It's always an alley-oop. Always.
Back into control then. Bomb can go down. Axel punching in the digits as I speak. Perfecto arriving on the scene with an MP9 and a full set of utility. Wishing perhaps those flashes were a defuse kit. There's plenty on the site. You can see them there. But with AKs and an after plant, his chances, there's so many angles he has to clear, and all of them are redundant at this point. They're playing from the toilet plant. Smoking a kit. No, no kit. Hoping to isolate. Does get the first quick and clean. He would have to hold this now, yeah. And I don't think Axile's gonna... Exile. Thank you. Nearly.
Stressful for a second there.
Stressful, yeah. Was about to stand up. Okay, well, that is the complete and total equalizer. 5 posted by Gambit. They have demonstrated a wide variety of different hits across the entirety of Overpass so far. The pressure on Long really did get bailed out for a moment. Simple did well to find the frags, but this setup, like Boomich in limbo. It's supposed to be a power position because they're not expecting it, but if you're eating a flash, you're completely nullified. Axel was ready for Simple on Long as well.
Oh, pistols again. This is dire now. This will be 6 for Gambit. That is a great T-half as it is for a map like Overpass.
Going for a long call.
Oh, they need to hope for one of these gambles to pay off. They tried gambling B before with that boost you highlighted. They got nothing out of it. Shiro the man to deal with first. And you are right, just the way that they clear all these corners, they don't take anything for granted.
That's it. That's a great way to summarize it.
Just like life, guys. But no, we won't do one of those today.
No. Put that in our pocket for a bit.
We've got a double game tomorrow. Maybe they'll come out for a Monday. Get everybody fired up.
Get a tech timeout, a 30-minute tech timeout. We'll have to keep that.
We've been pretty lucky, haven't we?
We have.
So yeah, 4 players towards Long, wrong place. We might just let this one play out for all y'all. Or I did see one person. We had the only reason I don't want to do what I'm about to do, Alex, is because of the bloody mask and it itches against his beard. So I don't want to hear it.
No,
I don't want the people at home have to hear it either. Sorry, Rush.
Hello.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't let you cast his eco. It's the whole mask situation. I'm sorry. It's just not nice to listen to. He's gonna be sad. He's gonna be sad. Yeah, there. He's sad about that one.
Don't worry about it, man.
He's sad.
Hey, watch Boomich. Get 5 here.
Okay. Nice.
Did he do it?
You got close.
Oh, okay.
You want us to tell you who to watch?
Yeah, sure. Next
Let's go with
1, 3, 4, 5. Wow, he's quick.
0.
Ooh.
2. Ah, trick 1.
Yeah, you got him there.
I reckon he hit it too.
Yeah, me too.
I did hit it. That's cheating.
You can't give us the cams though.
Okay, what about, no, it's about Alex Richardson. I nearly made it. I was like, let's just do my phone number. So 0, 7, 5.
Do the furthest thing, do the inverted or something like that. Let's not give that info away.
Donut, absolute donut, man.
Do you want to do your pin for your card next or what?
Yeah. Let me give you my social security. All right, so we have an A, a B.
All right, 5 to 6 now.
Oh, that was funny. Now, round 12 with some Counter-Strike. I'm up for that.
Yeah, but look at the money, Alex. If you're Navi,
It's M4 and Kev, or...
You love a Famas?
Oof.
I don't love a Famas. Navi don't love a Famas. There's no war. Oh, it's rough.
It is very rough. And if you have just joined and perhaps have missed the context of this roughness, it was a 4-1 lead to Navi. Now, once again, familiar to the first couple of maps, starting to be whittled away at by a rigid Gambit T side. Bit with the same aggression we've seen out of Simple, but with an extra flare, a flash and a frag. There you go. Navi taking initial fight, and Bit quick to try and look for early info as well. They're trying to punish with the B push. And Axel's already straight out. This dude is a man possessed at times.
He's trusts his aim like nobody else.
He really does. And look at the chances he's providing. Nearly transfers. Trying to hit the tap. It's Electronic that sends him packing. Good nade softens up the graffiti player. Rotate in. Shiro's got water, so they do have to just focus on what's in front of them. What's the util like? Well, there it goes, actually. That was it. A nade. The last of it. Good flashes to enable the plant. But this is the next step. Boomich. He knows Inters is on site. This is everything. This is everything. He slips up. Double frag for Na'Vi. Only Shiro shouldn't have a way in and doesn't. Bit secures it.
Nice round from Bit. Opens and closes that round with the early aggression there. We've seen how Gambit have tried to target the early smoke over towards the tree at A. Well, they forced the issue again, and they passed the test. 6-6. Simple went into that round with only a deagle. He picked us up an AK, so he will be able to get himself an AWP, and I think that's obviously intentional, right? The fact that he's not getting that AWP, he went, all right, I'll just operate with a deagle here.
Yo, and you said good round from Bit. We didn't catch it from his POV. That first shot onto Hobbit was crucial. He only gave him a tip of his helmet, but he does knock it off. And so Na'Vi posting their first in some time. That's broken the silence.
Green buy for Na'Vi here. The AWP on Simple plus 4 AKs around it. You can't be looking much better than this.
Spotty rounds, though. If they could string some together, we could be seeing the lead at the half. Simple joining for the aggression this time. Bit! Bit, you madman! He's gone unchecked. He will be looked at, though. Nafany finds him just with a wiggle of the mouse. Native res, baby. Electronic onto Nafany, though.
Huge find.
Yeah, and the fact he's found him early completely nullifies the success of Nafany.
And now with the brakes on here and the in-game leader in the grave, Boomich is taking space over towards B. He can call Sewer clear, and we know just how much they love these late rotations through the connector position. Boomich thinks better of hanging around there. Doesn't want to throw away his life. Nobody was in trading distance. And Electronic is back and forth at the moment. He ducked all the way to spawn. He actually started going back down the stairs. Now he's back here to help out Simple. And these two traditionally were playing the A-bomb side together for a long period of time, so they'll have some good synergy and setups. Simple spotted one. We'll call that one out. 55 seconds left. And they're already pushed all the way back into the site here. Gambit have all the real estate they want. Just need to find out what execute they're going to throw. 3 smokes, couple of flashes. Mollies are good.
And Electronic.
He's been spotted too. They can pin him.
And Simple. Shiro's caught Simple. I didn't catch it, but Electronic all alone. Using this smoke to great success. He will catch Hobbit trying to spray. Needs Inters. Evasive maneuvers. Blind from the tracer fire. And now, well, Boomich and Perfecto. An Incendiary could delay the plan. It's towards Optimus, though. And the bomb's down just in time. Flashed. Should be the trade. Caught into a 2v2, and good shooting. Perfecto makes it all the more promising. Shiro could be overexposed now, too, to push him. He's anticipating it, ready for the swing. He hits the first, expecting the swing, and there it is. Na'Vi snatch it away in the 1v1.
Oh, another only just round for Na'Vi here on the CT side. They'll wrangle back the lead. That's 7, but again, with only 1 player surviving and peanuts in the bank account, they're going to have to try and make this one work. Bit can drop Simple and AWP. Never mind, there's the AWP. That one there, I thought he was wide. I thought he was divided when he got that kill. And Electronic, it feels like, you know, stuck in the smoke, what are you meant to do? But this second one from Perfecto here, the pre-fire was nice, the kill was even better. And then just trading off each other, playing the number game. Inches will be down to a deagle. Both teams will be buying on in. Much of a muchness here. Pressure again over towards bathrooms. This time, the CTs are not aggressive. They don't want to force the issue. Simple was looking for the jump. They're just going to boost. He's just moved away now. And all 5 of them now walking up. Just trying to pip these gaps, get these timings. They can explode onto A with this util. They're going.
Yeah, and Bit was not prepared. It leaves Simple alone. And he's actually missed his first. Gambit starting to flood in. The flash is always so good, so diligent. Misses his no-scope, and there you have it. The site is ours. Gambit plant the flag. Na'Vi just going to try and pick up the pieces as best they can, maintain what they can. Boomich is surging forward a little.
Gambit is so aware of what they're operating with right there. It was lower utility. They still had the rifles. They get the space. They worm up, and then they explode. So a pace change is what's really stifled Na'Vi here. You bang on. Bit not ready for that at all because it came so quick. Normally it's a flash, and then they take territory. Then another flash. Then maybe a smoke to force back line. Here it was flash, flash, go. And Na'Vi are hanging around. They're going for this. I thought they were saving.
I just looked back at the screen to 2 more kills.
Oh, dear.
I was locking eyes with my handsome Australian colleague.
This is a calamity now. Only 1 man surviving. Perfecto with the worst gun going into the round for Na'Vi.
Hobbit, are you going to survive.
He's just having a good time.
All right, juggles it around, making sure nothing to be recovered and blown down to Perfecto.
That's another one of the silly bomb radius things. The fact he can stand there on 100 HP and not... I'm not going to get started, but just another one for me to remember.
Yeah.
Just another one
So when you're ranting on HLTV Confirmed and you start talking about bricks, you can now
just be Dust 2, yeah.
talk about Optimus as well.
Nuke window side, Optimus, Dust 2 bricks. There's the 3. You need 3.
Yeah. You're fine with the Vertigo cone save. It's just disconnected enough, you know.
Okay.
All right, let's get this one started. The final round, third map between Na'Vi and Gambit, and still inseparable. Gambit dictating the pace in that previous, making the most out of their low util AKs, and it's put low util as the least of Na'Vi's worries. It's low weaponry for our final round of this first half.
Connector hasn't even felt like a problem. Like, it hasn't even felt like one of the main issues for Na'Vi. It's just been wherever Gambit want to go with these plays. They've been making it work.
So is Bit actively holding this? No, just having occasional looks. Hobbit's been here the whole time. If they push for info, he's ready. Always ready. And gets the first, anticipating a second, and just like that, Na'Vi disintegrate. Electronic, the next victim on the plate. Inters has taken him down. Boomich desperate to push for info, but it's so clearly telegraphed. He knows what's going on. Elevated position, back exposed to Axile. It looks like Gambit will be winning this half. The smoke does favor Perfecto. He is the unknown entity, and Nafany has called it clear, so perhaps a flank from heaven. Let me try.
Well, this is just milking out the clock for everybody. I recommend probably, if you need to go to the bathroom and get something to eat, go now.
Yeah, you'll have a nice 3-minute buffer. Perfecto catching the Nafany flank, but now I'm afraid the bomb is down.
Still smoking.
Still smoke off the heaven, and that's it. Gambit 8, Na'Vi 7, trying to separate the very best from the CIS. We'll do so after the break. ESL Pro League for your Sunday. We've got Na'Vi and Gambit on the menu and just one final half to separate these two. There is definitely a little bit of a rivalry brewing as Na'Vi having that top spot of their region question. Top spot of the entire world was up for debate for a while. Now Gambit are coming for the domestic crown as well. Here we have Chad Sponge Birchill, our machine. We are into our final half, and I'm intrigued to see if Gambit are going to continue to give us the counter-strike that has been just soothing for the eyeballs.
Here's one thing I'll tell you, Simple cannot be kept quiet.
Yeah.
He needs to show up in a big way. He is the constant win condition for Na'Vi. His presence is expected, and so far on the CT side was handed a very rough go of it.
Yeah, interesting that he's not been equipped with the P250. Typically, he's one of the two. They've actually opted for Bit and Perfecto to be wielding these extra powerful long-range cannons.
A bit of an ace on this half just the other day against Cloud9, I believe it was.
Oh, Bit, yeah, that was nuts.
Nasty.
I'm talking full macadamia.
We got the Brazil ones up next. Team 1 versus Cloud9. If you're here for that, sorry we're a little bit behind schedule. The first map went overtime.
It's not out of the question here either. Exile. Comfortable execution of Bit.
Even gets
Trying
away.
to get back in, and that's dreamy. That is perfect for the CT side. Now here comes the util. Double smoke. Simple to cause chaos, but he's been checked just as they tried to execute Hobbit. What? Just call him James Bond, GoldenEye. Taps away, 2 heads, it's over before it even gets going.
Gambit are not
First
missing, are
tap,
they?
dude. The first tap, Hobbit takes a look long just before he has to deal with the onslaught up the banana. Magnificent shooting. Gambit given a gift. Double kill from Hobbit. 9 for Gambit.
Well, we saw the force by walls in the first half of this one, right? It was
They didn't plant.
Yeah, and that's the question is you can force by in here if you are Na'Vi, but we're looking Deagles, not a whole lot going to be on the side of that. And Simple again will just be the solo Deagle. This was the same scene as Mirage. So in this situation, it is quite literally, hey, Simple, go get us a kill so we can get a rifle and maybe get the bomb down. Otherwise, these Glocks are just...
Bodies?
What? Yeah, they're like drones. You're just flying them out to get you some information, give that back to Simple and see if he can find the kill. He has had a rough go of it. We'll have to see how long that will continue for. It's hard to keep this man down, and for the series so far, Gambit have been doing it. Glocks are meeting no resistance now as they push on through, and we noted in watching Gambit for the last couple of days that on Overpass, they're more than happy to just throw their early smokes and then dip on back and play passive-ish. You know,
Well, it's passive with a twist.
Yeah, 'cause-
Twist is the constantly mobile Naphany.
he's always in the right place.
So that doesn't go well for Simple's Deagle. He gives it a go. The rest are long, and it seems that they've got the scout for initial peek. Hello, Governor! More than I anticipated. And he gives it a good go. Off the back of the flash, doesn't need vision to unload his mag into 3.
2 kills. Impressive, considering it wasn't with the Deagle. So, good stuff there. Gambit, they survive 10-7. Picking around that corner of your Shiro.
He flashes himself around the corner and then just dismantles them. Nearly all 4.
Guns are coming out for Na'Vi here. Galil's, so that we have utility. Perfecto with an AK. Simple with an AK and no util. Boomich with light util and an AK. So it's a threatening buy. Shiro's playing this round with only a Deagle. Doesn't want a MP9, doesn't want a scout, just the Deagle for this one. If they can rob this, Gambit are going to close it down in no time.
Yeah. See. So the bomb's been left T-spawn. They'll go and probe out for early CT pushes. No one's home. Hobbit, however, is going for some info towards the B side of the map.
You might find Electronic here. It's a hard clear. He'd have to actually start pushing through the pipe to find him.
He prefers just to mantle on up and be responsible from an elevated position.
Oh, just a little bit shy there. Perfecto heard it pulled. Pressure long. Naphany's there. Shiro's coming back over. Na'Vi have looked threatening towards A, and that's forced Gambit's rotation quite heavy. Now, we always focus on Hobbit and Inters. They always like to lock down this monster position. Force you to come through short, late. 58 seconds left. Hobbit and Inters both still with smoke, so that is still possible.
Naphany's pushing for the info long. He was on B at the start of this round. He's now all the way pushed up on long. Eventually we'll relay that information. Shiro's floating towards B. They're getting their pieces of the puzzle in the right place. Constantly moving, constantly talking.
You're gonna have 4 on B.
And they've smoked them off again. Like, Na'Vi just have to stare at that smoke.
Yeah, they have to go up short, and this crossfire, we've seen it so many times from Gambit.
Here they come. 20 seconds. Short is there. He's even got a nade for them as they gather. Bit catches Nafany, so he will continue to hold them at bay. 15 seconds, dudes. You got to get that bomb down. Perfecto and Simple congregate on short. It's a hard shot, but it baits in nicely. Inters with 2, and the round is sealed. Nothing you can do, Bit. Just don't die after time. That's the dream. He'll get away, scavenge away the AK, but there is another on the board for Gambit. They'll even take some AKs for their trouble. Shiro came in with a deagle, leaves with a round and an AK-47.
It's the same play. We've seen it every single day out of Gambit. Deny them monster, force them through short. And it's just such a difficult angle. Look at this, right? As this is up on screen, you have to worry about monster, you have to worry about spawn, and you have to worry about that pit position. There are so many angles to deal with, and your head, it's impossible. You can't be aiming both ways at once. Simple tries to trade. Enters the rock, locks it down, 11-7.
So yeah, just keeping track of those monster smokes, you know, like we see one thrown off from spawn in that previous round. Shiro did that. The rest of the B defenders just dropping it when they felt pressure. Really good play from Gambit, and it continues into our 19th round here.
Alex, I'm going to take a minute while we have this eco and just start scrolling on through to have a look at when the last time Simple only had 5 kills in a map was, because he's still being held to that right now.
Is a very good question. You know, we talked about it on the break. 4 rounds ago, we came in and said that Simple did need to be let off the leash. T-side, given all of the setups, but Gambit have been keeping him incredibly honest, incredibly humble.
I wish I had a filter, like just to be able to go, when was the time he had less than 10 kills? Because I'm scrolling through 28, 26, 20, 21, 16. That's like low end so far. 14, that was in a game where they won 16-2. So
to keep a lid on Simple on the 3rd map decider.
In crazy scenes. This is insane.
So he's giving it a go. First man in, Simple. Got Lot to find. The flash will keep him at bay. Catches his teammate, but there's a second where it came from, and that's the peak. Hobbit finds 2 off the back of it. Make it 3, make it the round. Na'Vi sent straight back to spawn.
I just went, okay, so I found the lowest amount of frags I can find for Simple, which is close to this, was a game against Vitality. It was on the 17th of December in 2019, so it would have been LAN. It was Epicenter.
They were so prepared for that. The first flash, admittedly, had that not flashed into us, he probably takes contact. But it was perfect. Nafany sets his team up for success again.
Guardian was still on the team with this one, Alex. I'm sorry. I am getting blown away by this. Only 5 kills from Simple. He had 4 frags in this game I was talking about. It's just one map. It was...
Put a date on it.
It was Nuke. It was the 17th of December 2019 at Epicenter. So, he had 4 kills in that one.
So you're telling me this is like a near career low?
Yeah, this doesn't happen often.
2 years since the last performance of this caliber from Simple. That's mad. And Gambit, I think I'd rather, you know, focus this isn't a critique of Simple. This is a accreditation of Gambit. You know, like they have been doing all, especially on that first half, through utility and individual decision-making to neutralize the star of the Na'Vi show.
Okay, well, the guns are back out. AWP, Krieg for Electronic, Perfecto onto a MAC-10, utility over towards B fast.
Monster smokes, but Perfecto's going through. He doesn't want to let them have that control, and Nafany caught sleeping. Big opening frag provided by Perfecto. How do Na'Vi build upon it? Bit does. He takes down a clear foundation in the defense. Hobbit's gone. And there's more to come. Okay, this one looks like it's going to be a bit of a changing of the scene. Na'Vi with all 5 alive. And Boomich hot on the heels of another frag here. Will they anticipate him? He's not even looking. He is now.
Good for 1 at least. Oh.
Don't do a deep check. He still has to make a sound cue, so shouldn't be much room for damage.
Could just be the... Oh, maybe not the save.
Spots one short, knows one's close. It's Boomich, and oh, the wallbang was so close to brilliance. Good shooting, catches Bit. He's making it costly as he can, without losing his own life.
Yeah, they're backing on out of this one, Gambit. So Na'Vi are going to get their first round here in the second half. And very needed. I'm really curious right now. So the money situation, we take a little bit of a look. You can see Inter's 2.4. We can get a gun drop from Axel. Hobbit can buy himself. So no problems for Gambit going into the next round of play. That was a change-up, right? That was all Perfecto making that space. That's how the domino started to fall over there. Lots of pressure onto the B bomb site, taking that advantage.
22 for Hobbit. He's been having some serious high-impact games in Group C. Now, of course, when we talk about Group C, it's worth highlighting that we're into day 3 of play. Team 1 and Cloud9 yet to post a W. They'll be meeting each other today.
Yeah, someone will be walking away with a win.
That's for sure.
That one we can guarantee.
No,
we don't have too many guarantees around here, but that's one.
3 points in the bank, but so do MIBR. And so this win going down to the wire. Na'Vi going to give it a good shot here. They've got the AWP back onto Simple's hands, even a Krieg for Electronics, so well equipped.
Nade's not going to touch anybody. Smoke's coming out from Bit. Front bathroom
got their own way. I've seen
so many different lineups.
3, 4 different lineups from different players, all with the same end result.
2 players in connect here, and you can see the door's not blown off. Just spamming on through a Gambit. Not going to get any tags whatsoever. Connector control is Na'Vi's. They just have to learn that themselves. Shiro posted towards long.
I think Nafni got spotted on the jump peak there, catches a bit of flack.
Electron's going to work Monster for a pick here.
Yeah, they mollied him out of position, but Smoke he's ahead of, and it should and could have been a frag. A wild Krieg spray, just not the perfect situation for Electronic to overcome. Now, well, enters Hobbit, though they're low. Their powers combined, they've defended the B site.
He drew that smoke out early, so if they wanted to go back for that late hit, Monster might be a pressure point. But as we can see, regathering the forces, looking over towards A now.
Yeah, and they've only got 1 smoke left on this Gambit squad, so very successful pulling of the utility. It's about the conversion now, and man disadvantage can change any moment. Or it's extended. Shiro catches the long prong. The rest all coming in from toilets. He knows what Simple wants.
Gives it
with
to
his
him.
knife out. This is it. This is the change. 20 seconds. They're on the push. A quick speculative wallbang confirms it's clear. They have to do some lazy clears when time is this sensitive. And Axel knows if he could just find one. The flashes from Inters sets him up for the destabilizing push. Simple saves the day.
9 seconds.
And just because of that frag, they could maybe find them both. Perfecto. 1 HP lives just for a moment longer. Now into Simple to clutch. A smoke to play around. That stops the predictable spray. Nafani using that smoke, though, to his advantage. He'll try and maybe nutmeg or even elevate over it. A touch on the bomb. And he's holding. He's holding. Simple just have to hit this one. How's your muscle memory, bro? Oh, they call the bluff. Hold it right in front of his nose. And a 13th snatched away from Simple's hands.
Daylight robbery right there. Oh, just on the other side of the wall, unable to deny. Does hold on to the AWP. Na'Vi do have a lot of money to work with, but Gambit are only 3 rounds away now from sealing this one up.
These are the flashes I'm talking about, by the way. You see Inters there in the feed. Just as things are getting too tense, those flashes come in and the chaos is created. Great shooting as well. Simple just not willing to try and take that fight. It was actually his smoke that they kind of used against him there.
Yeah, taking a gamble. I think he's assuming 1 or 2 things happens. Either they're going to push him long or they think he's rotated all the way back around. Now, the time for that, I don't think it was there. The pressure, Gambit worked quite close.
He always looks nervous.
Nafani or Inters?
Inters.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear every time, like every round, it's like it's the major final match point.
That's the thing, right? Winning Katowice is one thing. Beating Na'Vi twice in the 2 outings that you've met them this year, that's huge. That is massive. It's showing a lot of change within the CIS region. You've heard us talking about it at the Counter-Strike World week in, week out. But if Gambit are able to sit at the top of this over Na'Vi consistently, eyes are going to them. They have all the tools. The type of Counter-Strike they're playing is the type of Counter-Strike we want to see. And Na'Vi, the T-side woes, they will continue. Only 1 round here in the second half so far. They just have to break that trend. The last 3 days have been the same.
Oh, yes.
Juicy shot, that one.
Perfect pre-aim on Hobbit's jump for the nade.
How are they going to find an equalizer here? 3 players right now from Gambit still over towards B. Axel out towards long. And we've seen this setup not that long ago. They've actually had success allowing them to worm on up through the bathrooms into the site and then clamp on down with the retake scenario. But Na'Vi, with all these nades left, might be ready for a play like this. Simple still watching long. Bit and Boomich now tasked with clearing out the bathrooms. They do exactly so. Some footsteps in the mix. And Electronic. He spotted one barrel, keeping these B players planted. Misdirection all over the shop here from Na'Vi, and Axel's now in pressure.
Starting his rotate. That was enough. After seeing some pressure B, that's his cue.
Bomb's going back to B.
To bail out Axel. Nice work from Na'Vi. Maybe gets a bit more info on the death cam there. They're coming long. Nafany actually opting to take the toilets. This is going to enable him to deny any sort of toilet side plan. Inters can deny long. They're getting themselves into the perfect positions just in time. Flashes are a problem. He's actually playing it from toilets as well. This is great stuff from Gambit. If they can just catch the first two, the bomb's there. The bomb is there, and he's got them both. Getting awkward now. Nafany inflicts some damage. Shiro finishes off the job, and there's another 4 from Inters. The secret weapon comes alive for the 14th.
That is insane.
What a reaction, 3v5. And they get the information not only that they need to be on B, but then by taking the space back. You said it's Counter-Strike we love to see, Chad. That is Counter-Strike I truly adore.
They've called that, and they found the perfect timing on it. There was so much pressure through long. They've allowed Shiro, the last man, to rotate over to clean that one up and focus long. And then Inters just denying. The frags are great. You're bang on. The bomb being dropped at this point. We know Na'Vi love to operate late round, but what are you meant to do in this situation? The jewels are turned on their head. They're standing there waiting. They have all the advantage in the world.
I saw Inters. I just assumed he'd be playing like safe corner Optimus, but he just kept moving.
I wonder, like, that's a great call because they've obviously gambled on that A bomb site, right? There's no way they knew exactly where that bomb was because Perfecto, I said, just as Axel died long, the bomb's going back B because Perfecto was running Fountain to T stairs. Simple gets that kill. They're forced forward into A, and the rotation from Gambit is there just in time to get that 14th. Like, that shouldn't happen.
But it happens so consistently when we're watching Gambit. I don't know, man. I think they're finding a way to manufacture these one-offs. That was brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Okay, Na'Vi shaken. Let's see if they stir. Damage. Good damage.
Lots.
Double nade onto Inter's nose, and they respond in kind. 100 damage from just the one.
They've already rotated Shiro over here. You can see him in this heaven position, so worried about that B pounce. Na'Vi are going to do exactly the same as they did, just a slow approach. More mollies, more utility damage over towards the B site. And Nafany was playing the position over towards ABC a lot. He hasn't been playing that at all here today. He's actually tucked in on the pillar to help this B defense. A minute on the clock. Shiro taking info.
Shiro spots him and drops his smoke again with the time. Na'Vi, after just doing their usual flowchart, have been left with utility in their face and 30 seconds to commit. We've seen this one before. Good flash for Exil's swing. He can take it safely against the AWP. Confirmed Simple is long. Banana is the body of the assault. 20 seconds here, lads. Shiro responsible for the long fight, and Simple Shadow baits the shot. Tucking in, high pressure scenario. Shiro passes his test, and Axel, it looks too easy. A double spray, 15 on the cards. Perfecto would need a plant. He's got enough time to do so, but already Hobbit's forcing the issue. And it's a fake out as well. Gambit making this CT side a quick one.
Oh, dearie me, Gambit.
One T round to show for their T affair here in the third. Na'Vi have got a single round since the break.
This is something else. Shiro doesn't even care that he's in the Molotov. Still gets the most important kill of the round. Onto Simple again. And it's just about survival. Just about survival with this low time. Perfecto has two choices. Try and find both kills or plant. Goes for the plant. Here's the sound cue. Has to get off it. And they're getting fired on up over there. Nafany not showing it right now. I'll tell you, we'll be in 1 round's time. Timeout for Na'Vi here. Going to be their third in map number 3. And probably their last. The money is there for another buy. But think about that gun round that, you know, they looked a bit threatening in. Perfecto's run out monster with a Mac 10.
Yeah, and Gambit haven't had to pull any cheese out of the fridge. You know, we haven't had to see a party push or a quick aggressive maneuver up long. They've been giving Na'Vi, you know, just enough rope to hang themselves. Take 40 seconds, clear your toilets, take your underpass, throw your nades B, molly my barrels. Do what you want. If you want to plant that bomb, you've got to get through this brick wall they seem to have established.
4-man B-lane coming out from Gambit on this one.
Very standard for them off the break. They like that. They can often rotate off based on Axar's info. And so, here we go. Is this the final round? Is this really going to be a dominant Gambit defense to send Na'Vi down to a second loss? Electronic seems to think so, as does Boomich. 2-1 on the initial exchange. Bit
a big find.
Extends their lead. That's the Axar player, and okay. Gambit not quite going to finish this one off neat and tidy, it seems. Shiro's been left to his own devices. And no interest in that one. Couple of goose eggs on the CT economy front, and he is being hunted.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time getting out of this. Bit has bathrooms and long currently covered, so Shiro can hang around here towards the bank area. But Bit keeps looking. Now there's less places to hide.
Nice reactions from Shiro. They know where he is. Can't really afford to put too many more into the hunt.
I think they'll let him get away with this.
Successful AWP for Shiro.
They need it as well. Look at the bank on the other side, right, from Gambit. 1,400 is the loss bonus coming on in here, so this game will be extended for a couple more. Shiro just surviving, gets to hold on to the AWP. So we have a lot of questions to ask here if you're on the Gambit camp. You've got 1,400 on Axil, Hobbit, Nafni. They're all low. And in this territory right now, you would normally, if this was the second round or you'd lost a force buy, you'd force buy back yourself. So they're going to go for that option. Because if they have to eco, they still have a buffer of rounds. They have this AWP. They want to bolster that. They want to give it the best shot they can to close it out right here, right now, before Na'Vi can establish a bit of momentum in this comeback. Sure, it's only pistols for Nafni and Hobbit, but how are they going to activate these two rifles? Will make it the third with the FAMAS in the mix.
Well, I did talk about the absence of cheese. Maybe now is the time to whip out the Emmental.
Shiro's currently glancing over towards B, just taking a quick look at how some of these spawns are going to pan on out here.
You ever had a good crisp Wensleydale?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, a little Wensleydale with some cranberries?
Nah.
It's just a really fun cheese name to say.
Okay, no, I've never had any. I had some Baby Bell last
I need
night.
some crackers, Gromit. Well, there's my Boomer references complete. Let's get this one started.
Four-man B-lane again. Shiro's there with the AWP early. Maybe they'll set him up for a bit more of a pick-heavy round. Has been the prevalence from Na'Vi to be focusing on this B site, at least in the success they've had, and the run boost across.
Yep.
We'll need to search for Electronic deep here. Trying to bait him in, I think, with these jumps. Just trying to get a shot or anything. There it is. And there's the find. There is the find. Perfect stuff from Gambit.
Monsters! Just mischief across the map. There's some cheese. Bang! And Electronic is gone. Up long. Axal pushing into toilet to rotate, looking pretty quick from the CTs. Shiro and Nafni, the cavalry will be there in time. Bombs loose T spawn, though.
Robert's going to get himself an AK if Simple's not careful.
He's pushing for it. If he tucks in... Oh, this is perfect. Now, Simple knows it's a possibility, and he's seen the weapon gone. So
Hard clearing.
Do the hard clear. Okay, smart. Process of elimination from Simple puts his 9th frag on the board. He's been kept incredibly honest up against this Gambit defense. How many more of those monster smokes exist? One from Axile, so he can still corral them to short, Chad.
Shiro is here, though, and that's the bigger problem. Normally you expect the AWP to find that kill and rotate over towards A. He's staying on B. Could be the difference maker.
Certainly can. Oh, misses his shot. Boomich is in. So much room for him to stretch his legs now, and very uncomfortable for Gambit. Inters doesn't get checked, and he can get the bomb.
Oh!
He's denied the plant. This is chaos. Na'Vi in trouble. Only Perfecto. He's already hit the first two of the 1v4. And another one. Oh, Perfecto to save the day. He could very well do it. It's only Inters, and Perfecto does the most ridiculous clutch. I don't think I've seen another one of them out of him. Woohoo! First of its kind from Perfecto. Knocks 4 on their arse, and that was the force. Gambit were 1 frag away, but Na'Vi given another chance.
No other option here. Has to stand and hit every single shot. 1 on 4, 1 on 3, 1 on 2. Look at this. Every single first bullet just great from Perfecto. And wins out the spam battle against Inters, who we thought moments ago had done enough. Denied the plant.
What a manic round that one was.
All right, we got some twists and turns left for you here as Gambit are going to take a timeout. Their money is broken, and Na'Vi, if you're not fired up after that, you probably won't be. The heart has to be beating now. Let's get going.
Yeah, even Simple's on the mic. He wants to make sure he makes the most out of an opportunity given to them by Perfecto. What a round. Some great shots. And if that, in turn, leads to some more success here on Overpass, perhaps his misdeeds on Mirage will go unnoticed. Miraculous stuff.
Isn't it?
You need 5 now in a row if you're Na'Vi. Admittedly, the first of this spree. It's going to have to be 7 in total. They've already got the first 2. But yeah, this one will be the third for Na'Vi in consecutive fashion since facing and staring into the void of 15.
Now, it would be a worse loss here after a 1-on-4 victory from Perfecto to lose to just USPs. 4 of which are now pushing short.
Yeah, and could potentially deal with Electronic, who's just been baited in nicely by Hobbit.
Oh, so cheeky.
You're such a rascal.
Oh.
Hobbit, just stop. Stop being so smart and clever and diligent.
He spotted at least 2 or 3 right there. They knew Hobbit was jumping as well, so the rotation race is on. Simple, hightailing it, getting his utility
Yeah, but
out,
so's
trying to
Hobbit,
beat them
dude.
towards A.
He's running it, gunning it, and they will see the site just
Nafi has
in
a flash.
time. Maybe the flash is enough. It's only USPs, though. It should just be Na'Vi. It should and is. Bit for the first. Shearer's caught another. The AK's in bank, and now it's only the AK, so his chances dwindle. Timing through the smoke's his best bet. Simple knows it. Staring at it, and as it fades, he adjusts into another.
Oh,
Makes it costly. The AWP will be recovered, I imagine.
yeah, picked on up there. Still dicey, though. It was just USPs. Poor Electronic lured in. Hook, line, and sinker. Burley of the water,
I
everything.
need to practice this circle strafe jump. Like, the way Hobbit's doing it, it's info, I don't want to say for free, but it's practically impossible to catch him.
All right, Na'Vi, 15-11. You got to do that one again. No kid out now for Gambit.
Oh, we haven't seen this out of Shiro. A party peek. I was talking about the cheese, taking a bit of early aggression, at least wants them to know. And to be honest, firing off that shot might just shave 40 seconds off the clock.
It has been slow approaches from Na'Vi where they just group up and hit and hope that they win out on a lot of those fights.
They can't afford to do that, though.
And they seem to be falling back into that trap. When they've had presence over towards B, that's where they've had their most success here on the second half. And Perfecto's gone down, the hero.
Oh. That was the exchange. You know, he's previously won it out, tapping on the jumps. This time he's lost, and the underpass prong gone. They have toilets. They'll have to fight for full control, though, because Shiro and Axel decide to batten down the hatches here on one of the 2 avenues into the A site. There's only a single smoke here on Gambit, so they won't be able to lock Na'Vi out in a similar sense.
Feels like the time is the problem yet again. 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Electronics still B.
And Axel is on the right side of the map to drop his smoke to slow them down if he was to react. He's actually just going to actively hold long from here. Nafany, again with these rotates. The Electronic trying to sell it as best he can. He goes down and now they immediately start to rotate. Nafany's in. Flashes. He's just perfectly there to swing.
Perfect.
So Axel will take first contact. And now Nafany can swing. Oh, then more. Just under Simple. He's hit the first. He needs the 1v4 to survive, and Shiro bides his time. Gambit send Na'Vi down a peg. And the battle to be the best in CIS is on. Gambit take a scalp. Back-to-back victories in the head-to-head.